One day there was a boy named Luis Barragan. It was his birthday and his family decided to go on a trip. On an early morning, they hit the road. On their way, they stopped in the middle of nowhere. They stopped near a river that looked like it had moss in it and had a sign that said, "Don't jump in." Next to the river, there was a hiking trail that led up to a mountain. Luis, with his mom and dad, started following the trail. After walking for a long time, Luis started to sweat. There was sweat dripping off his face. It looked like a waterfall. Then the sweat went into his eyes. The sweat began to burn his eyes. Then he sat on the ground and rubbed his eyes to get out the sweat in his eye. While he was sitting down, his parents kept walking. When he stopped, his mom and dad had walked away. As soon as he stood up, he noticed that his parents were no longer there. He went looking for them and yelled, "Where are you?" He yelled, "Mom, Dad!" He stopped looking for them because he didn't want to get lost. He walked to the main area of the trail where an old bridge made of wood that looked as if it would fall apart if someone stood on it. The area where the bridge was located smelled terribly. Under the bridge, there was a mossy lake. Louis said, "Ew," out loud when he saw the lake. Luis also saw people passing by. He asked for help, but no one seemed to care. Also, no one would respond to Luis. That's when Luis snapped and yelled, "Please help me! I'm lost!" But no one even paid attention to him. Luis stopped screaming because he had given up. He knew nobody was going to help him. Suddenly, someone answered him. A man in a black shirt said, "I saw you when your parents left you. I don't know whether they wanted to leave you on purpose or if it was on accident." The man then said, "When people scream out here, no one can hear them. I only heard you because after you stopped screaming, I heard you mumbling." He explained that his parents had disappeared and he was alone and scared. While Luis spoke to the man, he noticed there was a horse near them. He walked towards the horse and got on top of it. Luis rode the horse around the area for a while. While riding the horse, he found another man. He told Luis, thank you for finding my horse." Luis returned the horse to the owner. Since Luis had nothing else to do, he walked back to the bridge. As he walked back, he kicked rocks and thought about everything that had happened to him that day. He began to wonder why his parents left without him. He was mad because he couldn't believe this was happening to him. Luis was mad because he thought he was never going to see his parents again. A few moments later, his mom and dad returned to the area. His mom was holding a big red present. When he saw his parents, he felt happy because he felt safe. He was relieved to see them again. After a rough day, Luis just wanted to return home. For a couple of weeks, Luis didn't trust his parents because they left him alone during their trip. He told his parents how he felt that day and quickly forgave them. A year later, on his birthday, he asked his parents if he could return back to the trail with him. When he got to the bridge, he yelled as loud as he could. He enjoyed how nobody could hear him. After he yelled, he decided it was time to return home. On his way back home, he thought of the experience that he had at the trail. He noticed how brave he was for surviving a few hours in a scary place. He was thankful to have his parents with him. Luis knew that he had a place to return to that is full with adventures. He decided he would visit the place more often and take his friends after visiting the place twice. He knew that the place was special because there are a lot of different things to do and see. He was grateful for finding an adventurous place.